Mike Brady with Generosity Wealth Management, a comprehensive, full-service financial services firm headquartered here in Boulder, Colorado. Today I want to talk about kind of an added service that I'm providing for my clients and prospective clients, and to the degree that you think that I could help out one of your friends, great friends, neighbors, family, love to do that. Now, the reason why I'm doing it is I believe that there are things that you can control and things that you can't control. As human beings, though, we're not very good at discerning between the two of them. We seem to spend an awful lot of time worrying about the things that we can't control, and a lot of times we just neglect that which we do have control over. Taxes are one of the biggest expenses that those of us, Americans have, and it's something that we can kind of control with certain planning. We've got to take this box and put it on that line. But when it comes to deductions and tax strategies, we have a very complicated tax code that if we educate ourselves about that tax code, that is in our best interest so that we pay that which we owe, legally, but using the rules so that we're not paying more than what we are legally obligated to pay, and that is to your benefit. So this tax analysis is really cool. You upload a tax return to me, and what I do is I use the kind of this thing called an optical character reader, so it automatically converts it into computer line for me, and the AI, using AI in my software, it gives me maybe 20 different suggestions. After looking at all your stuff, your modified adjusted gross income and your taxable income and this deduction and that deduction, your entire tax return, it says, here's 10 or 20 things that you might want to consider for this specific client. I go through that and I say, wow, I really think that number 2, number 7, number 11, 12, and 13 are relevant for this client. And I click it and it goes onto a little report. Then I print that report out with a tax snapshot that we can then go over. The tax snapshot is, what is your ordinary income, your long-term capital gains, what's your effective tax rate. It's a very graphical, and we can go through that together so that you are in kind of relationship with your tax return. What I mean by that is that you understand how the end result came about for your particular situation. This variable, this second variable, this third variable, which are the ones that we have control over, which are the ones that are having the most impact on you in your end tax return. So I've included as part of this video, this newsletter, an example that comes with my software. So these are not real clients, but you can kind of see what it looks like. You can see that there's a tax pyramid, so you can see which tax bracket you're in. You can see whether you're eligible for various phase-ins and phase-outs. And that's what we call in our industry, in the tax industry, all the different types of opportunities that you have for various income levels. So for some of them, it might be 100,000. For some, it might be 50,000. And it phases out so that if you're under, let's say, 100,000, you're eligible. But then it slowly goes away by the time you're at 150,000, as an example. So that would be a phase out. So that if you make 151,000, that's no longer eligible for you. So we can see which phase in and phase outs are good for you that we should focus on, and other tax opportunities that, frankly, I might have forgotten to ask you. You might have forgotten to tell me, but it's right there in the report that we received from your tax return. So why would I do something like this? Number one, it makes me a better financial planner for you. If I see the big picture that's down on this piece of paper, it helps me do a better job for you. Number two, I want you to share it with your CPA. I want to get to know your CPA so that he or she knows me and says, wow, this is a guy who is complementing the work that I'm doing on behalf of my client, our mutual client, which is you. Number three, I'd love for that CPA to be impressed so that he or she says, wow, Mike Brady is somebody that I should refer other clients to, because I want to continue to grow my business. So if you've got friends and family and neighbors that you think would benefit, send them my way and we can talk about it. Maybe I can add value. Number four is I'm in the wealth maximization business for clients, not the tax minimization. Okay, they're two different strategies. Wealth maximization means increasing your wealth. Even that means maybe sometimes paying more taxes. I mean, tax minimization is you want it down to zero, which means the best way to do that is to lose money or to lose your job or to put all your investments in the mattress, not making any interest. I'd rather maximize the gain for you in your investments, in your income, etc., so that your taxes go up, but of course your wealth goes up even faster than your taxes do. So I'm in the wealth maximization business, and there might be strategies like a Roth conversion or a backdoor Roth or something else that we've missed, that we haven't talked about, that will help you out as part of the total services that I am providing for you, the client, and if you're not a client, prospective client. So what I am hoping that you take away from this video is that I want you to, number one, send me your most recent tax return at the secure drop link that will be part of this newsletter. Number two, talk with me about that. So once I do it, I'll reach out to you and I'll either send it to you and we can have a quick conversation about it, and I'll explain what your tax return really means and where you might be able to modify it to your advantage. Number three, if you like it, pass it on to your CPA or other advisors like your estate planning attorney, so that my centers of influence, so my professional network, continues to grow, because that helps me out as well. When I help you out and you say nice things about me, that helps me out, which then allows me to help more and more people out. One of the things that I like to say is that everyone who comes to me is helped, even if not everyone needs to be a client. That means that when you say nice things about me, I always take the time to help others out, to increase your social capital so that you look like a hero, and so that it helps you out, it helps them out, it helps me out, it helps out our community. And that's really what being generous is all about. That's why I created Generosity Wealth Management. Mike Brady, 303-747-6455. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye-bye.